Hello folks, I hope you're doing well in your living room or wherever you're watching my channel. I definitely appreciate all my fans out there. It means a lot to me deep inside for as much support I have and all the wonderful questions everybody's been writing into me. One of the things I just had was a lot of you out there watching my channel has been interested in the Bowline and the Hackamore. So this will be the first step. Come here, Hitch. This will be the first step talking about the Bowline and the Hackamore. What you can see right here is I have a rope halter and a lead rope on this horse. But I'm going to show you how I can do the same thing with this outfit and the reasons why I like to do it. So with no further ado, we'll go right into it. Now, this is Hitch. He's a horse originally from Montana, a big, beautiful paint gelding, okay? And he's down here in Arizona. This is where we're both at. I'm from Montana, he's from Montana. Just strange coincidence we fell upon each other down here in Arizona. So the first thing I like to do is I'm going to take this rope halter off when I do the setup on the Bowline. And I'll just undo this sheet bend knot. I'll rotate the rope halter back and I'll just place it real quick onto his neck to make sure that I have positive control. Okay, and I'm just going to take my lead rope and I'm just going to tuck it right down inside my belt loop so I can go ahead and work on some other stuff. Alright, so on horse's Hitch's head right here, you'll see you got a hard skull come down here. Right down from the nostril straight up is a nasal cavity. If you don't know it, there's a lot of cartilage down inside here. The reason I want to bring this up because when we do placement of this Bowline, I want it to sit right here where the bone is about ready to come down to the nasal cavity. So it's going to be right here. So a lot of times I'll have one hand above the nostrils, one hand below the eyeballs here. All right. So that's the reason I'm talking about, and you'll see why here in the future. Now I have two things. I have the Bowline, okay, with the hanger, and I have a 22-foot Makati reins. This point in time, I am using a horsehair one, okay, with a little shoe fly at the end. Now, how I like to set this up is I have vertebrae in a horse, there's 7 of them here. And the biggest one is Atlas and Axis, which lays right back here behind the ears. So what I like to do is I like to first is place my lead rope of the Makati right on top of the horse's head next to those 2 first vertebrae we're talking about, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to swing over here. I'm going to show you how to tie a bowline. Okay, you'll see I have my Makati 22-foot right on top here. And this time I'm just going to take this rope halter and lead rope off because I have positive control of my horse. And place up top. Now what I like to do is just take this will be the running end, this is standing end. Okay, but I'm going to work with the standing end first. Just going to wrap around my fingers like this, creating a loop, reach through, and create a bite. Okay, once I'm there, I'm going to take my running end, run it through the bite I just made, run it back through, you can see right here, right back through, and I'm going to pull everything through on the standing end. When I pull it through, you'll see I just tied a bowline knot. I have one loop and a locket bar with the main big loop around the horse's head. Okay, and I slide down to position. This will not move and choke the horse down there on the throat. That's why I really like this bowline. It's not going to slide back because I got adjusted properly to this horse right here. Okay, you can see I have them. Positive control, got he flies, I have this sweeping around. Nice and easy. So that's the first part, ladies and gentlemen. All right, step number 2, we're going to talk about placement of the Bowline. So if you come around on this side, we'll show you how it's done. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I have my Makati reins right here and my lead rope. And before I place it on the horse's head, I am just going to feed it right through all my rope and everything else, right through the Bowline. The reason I did that is because I don't want to vibrate it when it's on top of the head, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up so I don't ruffle up the height of the horse's head. Open up and just place it right on top that sweet spot I was talking about, right above the nasal cavity. I'll come up here, take the outside ear, bring it forward, pick it up over side the eyeball. And this horse is trained, his head's nice and low. And this Boswell has already been pre-adjusted. Okay, so I like that a lot. All right, you're starting to see the setup on this. We'll go ahead and draw this down here. Now this is called the Huey knot. The next step, this is step number 3 that I like to do. All I'm going to do is take my hands and place rope, and I'm just going to do this fashion with the rope. Come here, Hitch. So I come here, I flip, and I create a loop with the top bar of it right here, okay? Now I'm just going to take this and flip it straight down and rotate it right onto the heel of my Boswell. So all I did was slip it right on top. And it's just a Huey knot, okay? Once I'm here, I want to make sure between the Huey knot and the heel knot and up to the Bowline knot, when I pull back or release, okay, it just falls down in position. It's not overly tight, okay? So I could do this and it falls down in position. Now you're going to like, Travis, now what's so good about this? Well, there's a lot of things. Number one is I can actually lead a horse with this. I could do groundwork with this, and the reason I think that's important because back in the days in the military, I used to have a saying. It used to be train as you fight. Well, in this case, I'm going to train as I ride. So if this horse gets used to this Boswell setup like this, it's going to be a lot easier when I'm up in the saddle actually using the Hackamore, because this is set up. So if I have a set of reins up here and the set of reins going up the other side, this gives the exact same signal while I'm using it. So for example, if I pull over here, the horse is going to feel the outside pressure on it. It's going to bring right over here, and then also this is going to come down and engage the nozzle or the muzzle of the horse. And you can see it like this. I could just vibrate and the horse comes over here. It's the same thing you're going to feel up the saddle. If I come over this direction over here, he's going to feel the same thing. You can see it's engaging right here. And he can feel that and go ahead and move, all right? So this is why I love this. I don't kind of demonstrate leading this setup with this horse, okay? So if I come over here, I got slack in here, he can feel it. And you can see it's no different than the rope halter. It's nice and easy. And I'll turn back to you right now so you kind of see. It's no different, but he's getting trained into the Hackamore, okay? Now if I want to do groundwork, I could do groundwork inside this. So I'm going to have this horse go forward. I'm going to untrack the hindquarters. And then I'm going to slide up into a backup. And then rub them to a stop. Okay, good boy, Hitch. But you can see just from this setup of the Hackamore and the Boswell, I have the perfect setup to train as I ride. And that's why I love this setup, okay? Now you're going to ask me, well, Travis, what size is this? Well, this Boswell I'm using right now is a 5/8 inch, okay? And that's this measurement right here. And normally for a Hackamore, if I'm using the same size right here, I'm going to use the same size of a Makati, a 5/8. This is a 1/2 inch. I'd use a 1/2 inch Makati, and we're going to cover a lot more of that in the future. But this is the setup I like. This is more traditional. I learned this a long time ago from another buckaroo. He's a famous clinician. He's passed on now to the greener pastures. I hope this helps you out. I hope you like it. And obviously Hitch does. He's got his head nice and low. So that's what I got, folks. I hope you're happy. Keep the comments coming. Keep the good vibes going. Appreciate everything you do out there. Take it easy. Take care. Now you're educated. Now you're a solution. Bye now.